What foods should be avoided with hypothyroidism? 9 foods to avoid when diagnosed with hypothyroidism. The food you eat affects the thyroid and the body's ability. Use thyroid hormones. Know the foods to avoid when managing hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism can be a tricky disease. What can you eat interfere with your treatment? Some nutrients seriously affect function thyroid. Certain foods can inhibit your body absorb thyroid replacement hormones you might absorb treatment. Thyroid disease is not a picnic, but you are not the only one who has healthy problem. According to the American Thyroid Association, more than 12% of people the population may suffer from thyroid disease at some point their lives. Thyroid problems may be sneaky. In nearly 20 million people, as many as 60% of Americans with this disease don't even realize they have it. As with many health conditions, certain factors are beyond your control. Include your family history and your surroundings. But the diet is also play an important role because you are the person in charge of the plate. You can decide which food to choose which is good for the thyroid. Some items on this list may surprise you, such as fiber and coffee, because for many other diets, they are considered healthy or safe diets. I still like these foods, but it's a good idea to reduce intake at the right time. Deal with hypothyroidism. But many others to beware of are already in the prohibited category as part of a smart diet, so skip them, or at least reduce some time. Yes, no doubt. These include fried fast food, savory foods, sugary foods, such as pastries, cakes, biscuits and ice cream, and excessive drinking. Therefore, although there is no hypothyroid diet that will let you well, eating smartly can help you feel better in poor conditions. Remember to subscribe, comment, share and like it. Click on the bell to be informed of the latest videos uploaded. Thanks. This is 9 foods that should be restricted or avoided when controlling hypothyroidism. 1. Foods containing soy, including edamame, tofu and miso. For a long time, people have been concerned that certain compounds in soybeans, called isoflavones, may have a negative effect on the thyroid. Some researchers think too much soy will increase the risk of hypothyroidism. However, a study published in Scientific Reports in March 2019 found that soybeans' thyroid hormone and moderately increase the level of thyroid-stimulating hormone. Therefore, there are no specific dietary guidelines, but some studies do indicate that consuming soy may interfere with your ability to absorb thyroid drugs. In order to therefore, you may need to wait 4 hours after eating soy-based foods before taking the regular dose. Please consult your doctor to find out which method is best for you. 2. Cruciferous vegetables, such as broccoli and cauliflower. Cruciferous vegetables, such as broccoli and cabbage, are rich in fiber and other nutrients, but if you eat them, they may interfere with the production of thyroid hormones iodine deficiency. Therefore, if you do, it's best to limit your intake of Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, kale, radishes, and cabbage. Because of research, it is recommended that the digestion of these vegetables may hinder the thyroid's ability to utilize iodine, which is essential for normal thyroid function. However, according to Mayo in the clinic, you need to eat a lot of cruciferous vegetables to really affect your iodine intake. If you are diagnosed with hypothyroidism and iodine deficiency, you can take some measures to reduce the harm of these vegetables. Cooking can reducing the impact of cruciferous vegetables on the thyroid, and limiting the intake of these cooked vegetables to 5 ounces per day may also help. Because this amount does not seem to have an adverse effect on thyroid function. 3. Gluten, found in bread, pasta and rice. People with hypothyroidism may want to consider reducing their intake of gluten, which is a protein found in foods processed from wheat, barley, rye, and other grains. Ruth Freckman of RDN is a dietitian in the Los Angeles area and a spokesperson for the Institute of Nutrition and Nutrition. If you are diagnosed with celiac diseases, gluten can stimulate the small intestine and may hinder the absorption of thyroid hormone replacement drugs. An article published in the journal Endocrine Connection in May 2017 pointed out that hypothyroidism and celiac disease often coexist. Although there is no research, it has been proven that a gluten-free diet can treat thyroid disease, and you may still want to discuss with your doctor whether it is worth eliminating gluten, or being tested for celiac disease. A study published in Experimental and Clinical Endocrinology and Diabetes in July 2019 found that a gluten-free diet may have clinical significance benefits for women with thyroid disease. If you do choose to eat gluten, make sure to choose whole grain bread, pasta and rice, which are rich in fiber and other nutrients that can help improve irregular intestines, common symptoms of hypothyroidism. In addition, be sure to take hypothyroidism a few hours before or after eating high-fiber foods. Prevent them from interfering with the absorption of synthetic thyroid hormones. 4. High-fat foods such as butter, meat and all fried foods. Dr. Stephanie Lee, Associate Director of Endocrinology, said that fat has been found to disrupt the body's ability to absorb thyroid hormone replacement drugs. Associate Professor of Nutrition, Diabetes, and Boston University School of Medicine, Boston Medical Center. Fat may also interfere with the thyroid's ability to produce hormones. Some healthcare experts recommend that you cut out all fried foods and reduce get fat from butter, mayonnaise, margarine, and thinly sliced fat. Remember to subscribe, comment, share and like it. Click on the bell to be informed of the latest videos uploaded. Thanks. 5. Sugary foods like this delicious chocolate cake. Hypothyroidism causes the body's metabolism to slow down, Freckman said. This means that if you are not careful, you can easily gain weight. You want to avoid food and excess sugar, because it contains a lot of calories and no nutrition, she said. It is best to reduce the sugar you eat or try to eliminate it completely from your diet. 6. Pack and freeze processed food in aisles. Freckman said. Processed foods often contain a lot of sodium, and people with underactive thyroid should avoid sodium. People with insufficient thyroid function can increase a person's thyroid function. There is a risk of high blood pressure, and too much sodium will further increase this risk. Read the nutrition facts label on the processed food package to find the food with the lowest sodium content. People at increased risk of high blood pressure should, according to the American Heart Association, the daily intake of sodium is limited to 1,500 milligrams. 7. Excess fiber in beans and vegetables. Getting enough fiber is good for you, but too much can complicate the treatment of your hypothyroidism. The government's Daily Guide for Americans currently recommends adults under 50 should consume 25 to 38 grams of fiber per day. Dietary fiber exceeding whole grains, vegetables, fruits, legumes. This level affects your digestive system and may interfere with the absorption of thyroid hormone replacement drugs. If you are on a high-fiber diet, ask your doctor if you need a higher dose of thyroid medication. If not absorbed, the maintenance dose may need to be increased enough medicine. 8. Coffee. Carefully arrange the time for the first cup of coffee in the morning. According to a study in the journal Thyroid, it was found that caffeine can prevent the absorption of thyroid hormone substitutes. People who are taking thyroid drugs, Dr. Lee said, the thyroid level in their morning coffee is uncontrollable and we cannot figure it out. I must now be very careful to tell people, only take yours. You should wait at least 30 minutes after taking the medicine before drinking another glass of joe. 9. Alcohol does not work well with your thyroid. According to a study by Indians, drinking alcohol can severely damage the body's thyroid hormone levels and the thyroid's ability to produce hormones. Journal of Endocrinology and Metabolism. Alcohol seems to be toxic to the thyroid and inhibits the body's ability to use thyroid hormones. Ideally, people with hypothyroidism should completely abstain from alcohol or drink alcohol with caution. Remember to subscribe, comment, share and like it. Click on the bell to be informed of the latest videos uploaded. Thanks. Check out the description of the video below to get more information. HNON. Link, hypothyroidism.